AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Your favorite light-skinned guys in the building. Nostalgic Nick, what up, baby? Big shout out to the chat. Hope everybody's doing well. It's a beautiful Tuesday outside. The Knicks are champions. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe it. Get y'all butts in the building. Stop playing around. The notification is out. Y'all see Knicks Rehab AllBall TV is live. Get in the building. I'm going to get my shape up, going to get my hair done today. I will have my collar on later on tonight. It's the afternoon, y'all. Right? I got some things I want to talk about. 313, what's good? 313 AllBall, what up, baby? Y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all see the title. I'm not going to allow nobody to ignore none of this. Y'all know me. Nothing gets past AllBall. Nothing. Yeah. I'm the old guy that watches and sees everything. And Nico Harrison. I hate to do it to you. I hate to do it to you, brother. But I want to get some more people in the building. Let's go, let's go, let's go. AllBall TV, we are here in the afternoon, 12 o'clock. Got a great topic for y'all. And of course, it includes the great, the champion, the conference finals champion, the NBA finals champion, Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson. Did the Dallas Mavericks? Wow. I gotta let this simmer, right? Because this is crazy when you really think about it. Is the Dallas Mavericks create the biggest fumble, not in basketball history, sports history? I'm gonna ask y'all again. The Dallas Mavericks biggest fumble in sports history. Let's take a trip down memory lane, right? Because now that Brunson's a champion, now that the Knicks are champions, y'all see the whole world is blue and orange. It's all on your timeline. It's the whole algorithm, all the networks, that's all they're talking about. The Knicks and Jalen Brunson. And of course, seeing what Jalen Brunson did in the finals, let alone the whole season in the playoffs, you see how great he is. And seeing that he's been this great since high school, right? Let's take a trip down memory lane. Jalen Brunson was a great basketball player in high school. Google it, YouTube it, do whatever it is you need to do. But these are all facts. Even before that, you see the video of his father working him out. So you see the discipline, right? You see the mental toughness. You see what he's preparing to be, right? Big shout out Rick Brunson. So now you fast forward high school. Great high school basketball player. Like I said, look up the highlights. Look up that, right? That's your job to do. I'm just here to lay it on the mat. Y'all can take it for what it is. High school, great basketball player. They show him going mano-a-mano with De'Aaron Fox in high school. Listen, same moves he's doing now was doing in high school. Then you fast forward college, Villanova. Need I say more? Two-time national champion. Two-time national champion. Player of the year. Jalen Brunson we're talking about, y'all. I know y'all see the picture up there of Luka. I'm talking about Jalen Brunson. Two-time national champion. So we go from watching him work out with his father, getting that mental toughness, that discipline, right? Preparing for the moment now. Then you get him in high school, great high school basketball player. Then you get him in college, great college basketball player. right? Then he gets drafted to the Dallas Mavericks. By the way, the same draft Luka was drafted. So the Dallas Mavericks potentially drafted two of the best players in NBA history. Let that sink in, y'all. Let that sink in. The Dallas Mavericks potentially drafted the greatest backcourt in NBA history in Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic. Now we fast forward again. Luka gets injured. Jalen Brunson in the playoffs. Legendary. Legendary. I'm going to say it again. The Dallas Mavericks potentially drafted the greatest backcourt in NBA history. Fast forward, playoffs. Now, Brunson's coming off the bench. Fast forward, playoffs, Dallas Mavericks. Luka gets injured. Jalen Brunson does what he does. Big body Brunson he was back then. Still, the NBA world, NBA fans, the basketball world, the Dallas Mavericks don't see this. 40 balls in the playoffs. The Mavs actually get to the Western Conference Finals with a backcourt of Luka and Jalen Brunson. Dallas Mavericks. What happened? What did y'all not see? Some of these organizations, some of these guys that run the organizations, the owners, the GMs, they claim to be some of the smartest guys in the world. You had Jalen Brunson at your disposal. East Blue Drew, what up, baby? You watch Jalen Brunson in practice, in basketball games, up close. And you didn't see this? Jalen Brunson, on 3 occasions, y'all, 3, got turned down by the Dallas Mavericks with a contract under $60 million. I'm going to say it again. The Dallas Mavericks turned down Jalen Brunson 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we bilingual up here too, y'all. We speak Spanish. 3 times. And all 3 times, he didn't want nowhere near $100 million. He actually said, I wanted to stay in Dallas. What did y'all not see? Seriously. K Dot, what up, K Dot? Big shout out to the chat. Y'all see we here in the afternoon. Knicks Rehab. Y'all see the Cash App, ABTV3. Y'all see the Instagram, AllBall TV 3_. Y'all see the Cash App, ABTV3. Hit that like button, y'all. Share, like, subscribe. Hit that like button. Share, like, subscribe. Become members. Tory B, what up, Tory B? So I'm going to ask again. The Dallas Mavericks, is this the biggest fumble in sports history? Now that Jalen Brunson has become the best player in the NBA and now he's a champion. I'm going to ask y'all again because everybody seems to be ducking and hiding from this topic, from this conversation. Now I understand why Nico Harrison got fired. Now I understand. I'm going to ask again. Biggest fumble in sports history. The Dallas Mavericks drafted potentially the greatest backcourt in NBA history. And they got rid of both of them. Now, I'm not a big Luka Doncic fan. Y'all know I'm a Jalen Brunson stan. But I'm going to ask y'all again. The Dallas Mavericks potentially drafted the greatest backcourt in NBA history. And they got rid of both of them. Brunson is now the best player in the NBA, MVP candidate, clutch player of the year, cup finals. Eastern Conference Finals MVP, NBA Finals MVP, averaged 32 in the finals, walks everybody down. 3 times the Dallas Mavericks had an opportunity to sign him for nowhere near $100 million. Nowhere near. I know one of those deals was worth $55 million. Jalen Brunson said, I just wanted $55 million. Now I understand why Nico Harrison is fired. And I don't like a black man getting fired. I'm a black man. I know I'm a little on the lighter side. Light-skinned brothers assemble. But I don't condone no one getting fired, no matter what race or color you are. But Nico Harrison was the GM at that time as well. What GM does this? Junami, what up, Junami? Once again, what GM does this? Yes, Nico Harrison was the GM when Jalen Brunson was basically given away. And I think pick a lively, like I said, given away. You traded Luka for Anthony Davis at the time. I thought was a great trade, but that didn't last a season. Now I see why Nico Harrison got fired. And the Dallas Mavericks, 20, 30 years from now, God willing, we're all still living. We all still doing Knicks rehab because that's how much I love the game. Yes, I would love to be up here at 60, 70, 80 years old talking to the best chat in the world. This needs to be studied. This is why analytical is dangerous. This is why the eye test is always better. There is no way in the world the Dallas Mavericks drafted Jalen Brunson. You've seen him night in, night out for years. You've seen him on and off the court, how he carries himself. Respectable young man. The mental toughness, a leader. Fights through injuries. Shows up in the playoffs. Plays all 82 games unless he can't play. You saw this. You drafted him in the second round. 2-time national champion. I'm pretty sure you can go back to his high school. And you didn't want to sign him for $55 million. And now he's about to make $500 million. AK Dot. Is that the greatest bet on yourself story ever? Jalen Brunson needs to be studied. Jalen Brunson needs to have a class in high school classrooms. He needs, what do they call it in college? When you have a class, what do they call it? Help me, y'all. What do they call a class when it's in college? It's not called class. But he needs to have one of those in college as well. Like, seriously, man, there is no way in the world you lose him over 55. Of course. Thank you, K. Dot. Jalen Brunson needs to have his own course in college. Seriously, man. Appreciate the chat. Love y'all to death. Hit that like button, y'all. Share, like, subscribe. Hey, DJ Cooch Smooch, I don't know who you are. Big shout out to you. The Dallas Mavericks did not know what they're doing. Flea, what up, baby? A major, a course, either one. My brother Flea is in the building. Jalen Brunson needs to be a major or have a course in college. This needs to be studied, y'all. Seriously. It really does. Listen, I don't care what none of y'all is saying. This needs to be studied. He bet on himself. He wanted to stay with Dallas for $55 million. And now, 4 years later, he's about to make $500 million. DJ Cooch Mooch, I'm gonna give you what you want. Cause I told y'all this platform is for y'all. We love, when y'all stick to y'all opinions, right? Sorry about that. We love when y'all stick to y'all opinions. So you telling me you rather have Cooper Flag than Luka and Jalen Brunson? That's the flip you're talking about? Hey, DJ Cooch Mooch, always love, bro. Always listen. This platform is for y'all. We love when y'all stick to y'all opinions. We love, like I said, the engagement. This is why we do this. But I have to disagree with you. If you're telling me the Dallas Mavericks knew what they were doing and you trade off Luka and Jalen Brunson for Cooper Flag, you deserve to get fired and you deserve to never have a job ever again as a basketball GM. I'm sorry. It's no way in the world. No way in the world. And if there were things happening in the background, I appreciate, letting us know and giving us the information. But I'm speaking from the outside looking in. And from the outside looking in, the Dallas Mavericks look crazy. They look crazy. You know what other words I want to say, but I don't want to get us zapped. And we try to be as respectful as possible. The Dallas Mavericks fumbled. The Dallas Mavericks has the biggest fumble in sports history. They potentially drafted the greatest backcourt in basketball history, and they let them both go for nothing. Now Jalen Brunson is a champion. He's one of the greatest players in the NBA. He's taken a franchise that people believe could never do this. And now he's about to make $500 million over his career as a Knick. All because the Dallas Mavericks didn't know what the hell they was doing. Let's call it what it is. Yeah. I'm going to say it again. The Dallas Mavericks did not know what the hell they were doing. Argue with yourself. This is the biggest fumble in sports history. All of sports. Baseball, basketball, football, volleyball, crochet, tennis. I don't care what it is. This is the biggest fumble in sports history. What we watched Jalen Brunson do, the Dallas Mavericks could have had that for the rest of their career. Please, chat, tell me I'm crazy. Why isn't nobody discussing this? Why isn't none of the big networks, the big platforms, the big podcasts, why isn't nobody talking about this more? How does the Dallas Mavericks get away with this? And then this the icing on the cake. This the cherry on top. Both of those players go to the biggest markets in the world. I'm going to say it again. The icing on the cake, y'all, is Luka and Brunson go to the biggest markets in the world. You send Luka to LA, and then you let Jalen Brunson go to New York. How is that possible? Nico Harrison, what were you thinking, bro? Now looking at Jalen Brunson, about to be a parade Thursday. Jordan numbers. Now he's being compared to Mike and Kobe and all day today the algorithm. Now Brunson might be the GOAT. Now he might be one of the greatest players ever. Yo, this is insane. Please, chat, tell me, how do y'all feel? Am I over-exaggerating or am I on point? Or do I not know what I'm talking about as usual? The Dallas Mavericks' biggest fumble in sports history. Imagine how many championships Dallas could have won with these two in the backcourt. Just imagine. And this is what makes this thing even more crazier. Y'all ready for this? This is what makes this even more crazier. You let Jalen Brunson go because you didn't want to pay him. But then you pay Kyrie Irving almost triple. I'm going to say it again. You let Jalen Brunson go because you didn't want to pay him. But then you pay Kyrie Irving almost triple. You realize the mistake you made. And then you try to get Kyrie Irving to cover it up. Now, granted, you got to a finals, but you lost. But think about, you already had Kyrie and Luka with Brunson and Luka. Am I on to something, y'all? Please tell me. Am I on to something? Please let me know, y'all. Am I on to something? Please. I'm going to say it again. You tried to duplicate Brunson and Luka with Kyrie and Luka for triple times the money. The Dallas Mavericks has to be studied. I don't know how smart they are. I really don't. I really don't. Listen, y'all can say what y'all want to say, but I'm not crazy. And then now you may lose Kyrie Irving. So you get rid of Jalen Brunson and you try to replace him for a guy that's great, but injury prone and is going to cost way more money. Who's crazy here? Right? Yo, man. I'm just saying, it's insane. It is insane. Wow. Jalen Brunson right now, he's going to stir up a lot. He's going to stir up a lot. And right now, the Dallas Mavericks are in shambles. Shambles. I cannot believe you were able to draft these two players in the same draft. This could have been your backcourt for their whole Dallas Mavericks career. Luka and Jalen Brunson could have been your backcourt for 10, 15 years. And no telling how many championships. No telling how relevant, how competitive, how great, how many finals MVPs, conference finals MVPs, regular season MVPs, all NBAs, all stars, jersey sales. Just imagine what y'all lost by being stupid. By being stupid. I am so thankful that y'all did this. Listen, I see some of the comments. Y'all could try to defend Dallas all y'all want. I'm not going for it. Y'all could try to defend Dallas all y'all want. I know I'm on the outside looking in. I don't care what happened on the inside. I don't. I don't. I know I'm on the outside looking in. So I'm only talking about what I see. Jalen Brunson got turned down by the Dallas Mavericks 3 times and never wanted more than $60 million. I know for a fact one of those offers, he wanted 55. Now he's about to make $500 million with the Knicks. And now he's a champion and considered the best player in the NBA. And now when you mention Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, you mentioned Jalen Brunson. That's what the Dallas Mavericks didn't know they had. And he's right there in your face every day, in games, in practice. You drafted him, so you had to watch him in college. Oh, and by the way, two-time national champion. Great young man. On and off the court, leader. No trouble. Plays through injuries. Plays all 82 games. Gives his all. You let that go because you didn't want to pay him $55 million. You let Luka go. Why? Why? Because he wouldn't stay in shape? His whole duration there, all NBA first team, MVP candidate every year. Got you to a Western Conference Finals and to a Finals. Nico Harrison needs to be studied. He was the GM for both of these moves. They actually drafted these two guys. When have you ever seen that happen? When was it possible for an organization, a team, to draft two potentially of the greatest players in NBA history when it's all said and done? Because Jalen Brunson is going down as one of the greatest players in NBA history. Now, Luka still has an opportunity if he wins a championship. But I'm going to say it again. When has an NBA organization been able to do this? It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. And for Jalen Brunson to now be considered the best player in the NBA 4 years. Matter of fact, let's say this. Immediately when Jalen Brunson became a Knick, he was impactful. Immediately. Jalen Brunson was impactful for the Knicks. It didn't take 3-4 years. His 4th year, he won a championship. 2nd and 3rd year MVP candidate. Clutch player of the year. All NBA. Starting all-star. Averaged 25 to 28 in the regular season. 30 to 35 in the playoffs. He had an impact immediately. And y'all telling me the Dallas Mavericks didn't know this? Didn't see this? And you drafted him? The point I'm trying to get to, chat, is stop telling me because you have a certain job that you know what the hell you're doing. And that because guys like us and our family in the chat didn't play the game at a high level, we don't know the game. Because I know for a fact I wouldn't have gave away Jalen Brunson if I'm the Dallas Mavericks. I know that for a fact. Capital F, capital A, capital C, capital T. And I never was good enough to play at that level. But I'm smart enough to know what my eyes see. There's no way in the world you're great in high school, 2-time national champion, player of the year. I watch you in the playoffs in the NBA, 40 balls, conference finals, and I let you go because I don't want to pay you $55 million? Stop telling me these guys know basketball. Please. They may know analytics. They may know numbers. They do not know basketball. Because that was the dumbest move in sports history. The Dallas Mavericks losing Jalen Brunson is the dumbest move in sports history. Argue with yourself. Argue with yourself. And now, especially watching what that young man just did a couple days ago in the NBA Finals. And if I'm Luka Doncic, I might get a lawyer and try to sue the Dallas Mavericks. Because I just watched my backcourt partner become the GOAT. And you send me over here to LA with LeBron where I don't want to be. I'm going to say it again. If I'm Luka, I'm suing the Dallas Mavericks for pain and suffering. Why the hell did y'all trade me? Seriously, why in the hell did y'all trade me? We made it to the finals. You already made a mistake and got rid of Jalen Brunson and tried to replace him with Kyrie Irving. So right there, y'all understood the mistake y'all made. Because what was the purpose of signing Kyrie? What was the purpose? You already had a Kyrie. You had a better, more reliable Kyrie. Now, big shout out Kyrie Irving, champion. One of the greatest players to ever do it. Skill set, insane. So this has nothing to do with him. I'm just saying. You understood the mistake you made and you tried to double back. And it didn't work. And then you paid triple the money. The point I'm trying to make, chat, is don't ever let nobody tell you you can't do something or you don't know something because you didn't play it at a high level or do it at a high level. No, because we have people in position, jobs, etc., that don't know what the hell they're doing. The Dallas Mavericks and Nico Harrison did not know and still look like they don't know what the hell they are doing. I'm going to keep repeating it so y'all can understand. The Dallas Mavericks potentially drafted the greatest backcourt in NBA history, and they let them both go to the biggest markets in sports history. One to LA, one to New York. One of them just became a champion. And is probably going to sign a supermax 4 years, $300 million. He saved $100 million just so the Knicks can sign guys and do what they just did. So that means he would have done this and had that same attitude and mindset for Dallas. So just imagine Dallas Mavericks, Nico Harrison, hear me out. Just imagine if Luka and Brunson was your backcourt, and Brunson could have convinced Luka, let's take less money. Let them fill his roster out and let's win championships. Imagine that. That's where you kick yourself in the butt. You not only let go a great basketball player, you let go a great human being. I'm going to say it again. He drove me crazy at times, but that's life, right? I got 2 sons and a daughter. All 3 of them drive me crazy, but I love them more than I love myself. But I'm going to say it again. You not only let go a great player, you let go a great human being that would have did anything for the organization to help them win championships. So once again, imagine if he could have convinced Luka, hey, bro, let's get in shape. Let's stay in shape. Let's save some money. Let's not sign for $200 million. Let's sign for 160. Let's go get this player, that player. Yes, Dash PV, character is everything. And you let go a young man with great character that could have influenced the whole city, the whole organization, the whole coaching staff, all the players. You let that go because you didn't want to pay him $55 million. The biggest fumble in sports history. The Dallas Mavericks potentially drafted the greatest backcourt in NBA history, and they let them both go for no goddamn reason. For no goddamn reason. Diabolical. Insane. Barney Rubble the Dallas Mavericks are in trouble. This move right here goes down as the worst move in sports history. I'm going to say it again. Y'all think about this. Jalen Brunson had an impact immediately. Immediately with the Knicks. This is why analytics is dangerous. This is why AI and robot, this is why certain things are dangerous. You telling me you got me watching Brunson, you got another person doing analytics, and you telling me that analytics is telling you don't give that young man $55 million? I'm going to say it again, chat. Let that simmer. Let that bake for a minute. 5 seconds. Because I'm going to say it again. Because I don't think y'all understand or heard me correctly. You telling me I'm watching with the eye test. I have another human being with the analytical numbers. Are you telling me the analytical numbers tells you don't sign that young man for $55 million? You see his upbringing. Have both parents, mother and father, respectable young man, great high school player, great college player, champion, a winner, great young man on and off the court. He comes through in the playoffs. He produces for y'all in the playoffs where it matters. And you telling me analytics told you don't sign that for $55 million? And I'm supposed to listen to y'all when y'all try to talk to me and tell me about basketball? Hey, chat, am I making sense or am I crazy? I'm going to say it again, chat. I love when y'all give me confidence. Am I making sense or am I talking crazy? Why is nobody talking about the Dallas Mavericks fumbling the biggest bag in sports history? Soon as Jalen Brunson won that championship, that should have been the first topic. Dallas Mavericks, what the helly? Dallas Mavericks, what the helly? Please explain to me why first you didn't want to sign Jalen Brunson and why did you get rid of Luka Doncic? Please. Please explain. Now you're about to see Jalen Brunson go on a run like no other with the greatest market in sports history. Hey, Chad, they need some of us in these offices, man. I do that job for free. Just pay for my housing and my flights. I buy my own food. I do that job for free. Because I know damn well I'm not getting rid of Luka. And I'm not signing JB for $55 million. What? And now you're watching what he's doing in New York, and that could have possibly been done in Dallas. Hey, Chad, I don't know if we ever seen anything like this, especially in the NBA. Like, seriously, I don't know if we ever seen anything like this. Like I said, when Luka got traded, everybody was like, what? And of course, like I said, if AD is healthy, I get it. But what's the reason? What's the reason? Him not being in shape? He was the same size for the 5-6 years he was there. It was all NBA first team. MVP candidate every year. And when y'all got him the proper help, and when guys were healthy, they were in the finals. And if you believed in Brunson more, they would have been in the finals with Jalen Brunson. And the rest is history. Come on, man. This is crazy. Jalen Brunson is about to put the basketball world on notice. He's about to make a lot of owners and GMs look silly. He's already doing it. Y'all see the glaze? Y'all see the apology parade? Everybody's apologizing. Everybody's going back on their word. Everybody's now realizing, wow, all you need is a great player in belief, in a strong leader. Yo, man, like I said, 20, 30 years from now, this right here is going to have to be studied. They're really going to have to go in depth and really break down what really happened. I would love to hear from Nico Harrison and the owners and the front office and the coaching staff. When y'all was in that boardroom, what was the reason, or what did you not see from Jalen Brunson that you did not want to sign him and make him a Dallas Maverick? Like, seriously, I would love to hear that answer. I would love to hear the real truth of why you didn't keep Luka Doncic. Seriously. I would love to hear that. Because I guarantee you it ain't going to make no sense. None. None. Luka been a pro since 14, 15. And I'm not even a big Luka fan. But Luka with this? Imagine Luka with this Jalen Brunson. Are you kidding me? Once again, Jalen Brunson is the greatest to ever do it, yo. And what I mean by that, of course, you know, Jordan is the GOAT, right? But when you think about everything Jalen Brunson did, when you talk about the definition of bet on myself, it should be a picture of Jalen Brunson. The definition of bet on myself is Jalen Brunson. That man got turned down by the Dallas Mavericks 3 times. Only wanted $55 million. Went to New York, signed for over 100, then signed for over 100 again and saved $100 million so they can win a championship. So that's 200 plus. And then now he's going to double back and get the Supermax. And I'm saying 4 years, $300 million. You bet on yourself, and then 4 years later, you a champion. You're a finals MVP. And now you about to make $500 million. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's why I'm a Jalen Brunson stan. It's not only basketball, y'all. It's not only basketball. Look what I just broke down. When you see the definition of bet on yourself, it should be a picture of Jalen Big Body Brunson. The Dallas Mavericks, he said it. I want to stay in Dallas. Y'all didn't believe me in high school. Y'all didn't believe me in college. But let alone I win 2 national championships. I get to the NBA. I get drafted in the 2nd round, which is a late. He should have been drafted before that, but it already happened. I perform in the playoffs. And y'all don't want to sign me. And I tell you, I'll take 55. I'll take that. Y'all turn that down. And you know how I get paid back? I'm going to work my butt off. I'm going to go win a championship. I'm going to save money so we can win a championship. I'm going to show great character. I'm going to show great leadership. I'm going to average 32 in the NBA Finals. I'm going to tell the Knicks, y'all going to owe me. Don't worry about it. I'll catch y'all later. Now you double back. Give me my Supermax. $500 million. Because you didn't want to give me $55 million. The greatest story in NBA history. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating. Maybe it's one of, right? We could probably think about other stories. But right now, Greatest story in NBA history. Nobody believed in me, so I'm going to make y'all believe. I'm going to make y'all believe. Y'all didn't believe me and wanted to give me $55 million. That's a bargain. You know how many guys getting over 100? That's not even 10, 15% as good as he is. I don't know how you can't root for this guy. And here's the kicker. Imagine if he does this another 1 or 2 times. Whether he wins the championship or not, right? Because everyone's not going to win every year, right? No one, God rest his soul, Bill Russell has 11, but no one won every time, right? Mike got 6, but before he got the 6, he was losing, right? But what if in the next 5 years, the Knicks win another 1 or 2 championships? But in the next 5 years, they're just as good, they're just as relevant. You can't tell me this isn't one of the greatest stories in sports history. This is by far the greatest free agent signing, trade, or whatever it was in NBA history. Charles Barkley is 100% correct. This goes to show you titles mean nothing. Just because someone has a job doesn't mean they can do that job. It doesn't mean they're smarter than you. Chat. Jalen Brunson is making the Dallas Mavericks look like one of the craziest, silliest, dumbest teams, organizations in sports history. I'm just saying, y'all. Wow. Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic could have been the backcourt. No. Tender J, what are we calming down for? What are we calming down for? See, yeah, y'all don't want to live in the moment. I'm living in the moment. Next year's not here yet. Next year's not here yet, Tender J. I love all of y'all. I'm living in the moment. Jalen Brunson damn near swept the whole playoffs. He lost 3 games for a combined 6 points. No, I'm not going to allow y'all to ignore that. He's a conference finals champion. He's an NBA finals champion. He's a champion. He took down an alien. He took down the president, the police, the NBA, the referees, the haters. Tell him, Nostalgic Nick, no, I'm celebrating this. I worry about next season when it gets here. But we are not going to sit here and ignore what this young man did. Nobody thought this could be done. Even at times, us as Knicks fans was hesitant and a little worried and scared. This young man did the impossible. We got to credit him and big him up for it. I'm sorry. Yes, and Adam Silver. Thank you, Joseph. Come on now. Come on now. This is about the Dallas Mavericks making the biggest fumble in sports history. And anybody in that organization, of course you can't fire the owner. He owns the team, right? But if I'm the owner, I'm cleaning house. I'm cleaning house. See, they got rid of Nico. They got rid of J Kidd. I like that GM over there now from Toronto. I always forget his name. Usai Jiri. I like him. He's going to do something over there. But you see, they cleaned house. They cleaned house. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. So yeah, chat. I just wanted to discuss just how insane the Dallas Mavericks was in this move here, right? Getting rid of Jalen Brunson, getting rid of Luka Doncic, but you tried to replace Brunson with Kyrie Irving when you already had a Kyrie Irving, right? In Jalen Brunson. It's wow. Wow. Big shout out to Mario Montage. Thank you for your $20. If Wemby is an alien, then this was Independence Day. I like that. I like that. DeMario, man. Big shout out to you Appreciate the $20. Yeah, that was ill right there. Mo was in the building. What up, Mo? Yeah, man. So, listen, we love talking about topics that people run from or are scared of. Y'all know our motto, they scared, but I'm not. This topic right here is very important because Jalen Brunson, he's made basketball great again. Jalen Brunson has made the NBA great again. Because now as a GM, you can't be lazy no more. Just because they're 7'5", 7 foot, 6'9", 6'8", it doesn't mean they're better than the guy that's 6 feet, 6'1", 6'2". Doesn't mean that. Now you have to do your job. And that's what Jalen Brunson has done for the NBA, for the game of basketball. You cannot be lazy no more. Do your job. Do your job. And make sure you're signing and giving your keys to the franchise to the right player. Jalen Brunson is the guy, y'all. On and off the court. I'm going to say it again. He is the right guy, y'all. On and off the court. And the Dallas Mavericks gave that away for $55 million. And what makes this worse is he was impactful immediately. It didn't take him 2-3 seasons. He was impactful immediately. And you know what the Knicks organization did? You know what Leon Rose, Worldwide West, and those guys did? You know what our front office did? They said, we ain't going to make the mistake Dallas made. We know what we got. Give him that money. Let's make the right moves. And let's go win a championship. I'm going to say it again. The New York Knicks immediately said, we're not going to make the same mistakes the Dallas Mavericks made. And 4 years later, NBA champions. 53-year drought over. Laughing stock over. Butter jokes over. All in 4 years. Because the Knicks front office looked at the Dallas Mavericks front office and said, that's the blueprint we don't do. Thank you, Dallas, for telling us and showing us what not to do. Tenor J, all love, baby. You know that. Come on now. All love up here. But yes, chat, love y'all. Just wanted to talk to y'all about that, see how y'all felt about that. Hit that like button, y'all. Share, like, subscribe. We'll definitely be back tonight, 8 o'clock, with all three of the fellas in the building. Flea, Fabian, AllBall. We will be here 8 o'clock. Knicks Rehab. We got some great topics. Where should Giannis go? Should we still go? We have some great topics, y'all. Make sure y'all tune in at 8 o'clock. Everybody have a beautiful Tuesday. Enjoy your day. Let's go Knicks. Brunson for life, y'all.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
Deja un like, comentario.
Y suscribe.